It is Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. And before we get into today's topics, this channel popped up in my feed yesterday. Professional Douche. And I got to give it to this guy. I find what he's doing to be absolutely hilarious. He's been at it for a decade, and I'd never heard of this channel before. He's kind of just trying to expose that people don't respect free speech. It looks like it started out as an auditing channel. He's definitely not a fan of the cops, but I gotta say, what he is doing is absolutely hilarious, and we might even have to watch one of his videos. I was dying. All right, as for other news, the U.S. seemingly trying to instigate the war. When I say the U.S., really, the leader of the land, the Orange Goon, trying to instigate the war further with Israel and Iran. And tomorrow could be a chaotic day with what's a-brewing. We'll get to that. What's buzzing in the U.S., where people are more into the tabloid than what's going on in the world. Tyler Perry accused by a Dixon of sexual assault, sending unwanted messages such as, "I would like some biscuits and BJs." So we'll cover this ritual by the numbers. The lawsuit was filed last Friday as Israel attacked Iran, the day leaving 201 days left in the year. We'll get to why it matters. On that same day, R. Kelly was reportedly nearly killed through a medical overdose that was administered by the prison he's supposedly in. This was also on the day leaving 201 days left in the year. And I did a short video on this last night, and I forgot to cover an important piece, and that's how he's asking for Donald Trump, who just turned 79, to pardon him. We'll get to why the 79 part matters. Khamenei said Iran will not surrender, and now Trump has given Israel the green light to further the war. Here's CNN's front page right now. Trump says he encouraged Netanyahu to keep going. And how's Fox covering it at this moment? Iran was given the ultimate ultimatum, Trump says, warns the regime is defenseless. If we're about to get involved in another war, just remember Iran is a lot more powerful than Iraq or Afghanistan. And think about how long those wars lasted for. Also, a lot of people asked me to cover the Trump mobile thing. We did cover it in Monday's live stream, and I did just put out a short video on that. We might even talk about it a little bit more. And I also did put out a short video this morning on the Lilo and Stitch actor who's dead at 46, a very familiar death number in the world of entertainment. And in this case, he's dead right after the new Lilo and Stitch film came out that reportedly raised nearly $1 billion. Let's do the Tyler Perry thing first. Tyler Perry. Again, the lawsuit filed last Friday, but it became the news yesterday, June 17th. Of course, last Friday left 201 days left in the year. We saw the Army form the 201st Detachment, the new technology branch of the U.S. Army. Again, the state of Israel, 201 land, instigated the war further. But you get this story with Tyler Perry. And funny enough, last Friday was the 274th day of his age. The Jesuits have that motto, Isus hominum salvator, which equates to 274. And again, it means Jesus, Savior of man. And it goes with the Catholic Church beginning to celebrate the Son's birthday on 12/25, what we now call Christmas, in the year 274 AD. And it also goes with the fact that says the Son is the center of it all. Everything revolves around the Son. Like for so many Christians, everything revolves around Jesus. But again, the Jesuits created in the 16th century, the same century the heliocentric model was recognized. Heliocentrism equates to 201. So 201, 274, familiar pattern. And here it is with Tyler Perry. And as for the day the news broke, that would have been 277 days after his birthday, which is the 59th prime. We see this in the black shaming and the black murder rituals all the time. Again, wrote a chapter about this in my 2017 book, Letters and Numbers. Black men getting shamed by this same old code of 59. 277 is the 59th prime. Slave, Negro, Rasta, Blues, all equal 59. Again, Motown in 59. Black History Month ends on the 59th day of the year. But it's just business as usual. And Tyler Perry is 55 years old right now. The man who has filed the lawsuit, Derek Dixon, that name equals 55. He plays the character Dale in the Tyler Perry show, The Oval, about the Oval Office. And of course, Donald Trump dealing with a lot of sexual lawsuits. Trump also Jesuit educated. But anyhow, the character named Dale equates to 86. So does sexual assault. So Derek Dixon, Dix, biscuits and BJ's. It's one of the things that's in a lot of the stories that Tyler Perry texted him that he'd like some biscuits and BJ's. But yeah, just the character name equals sexual assault. And again, if you're new here, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language: the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology applied. The 17th of June can be written 17/6, the day this news broke. Sexual assaults also 176. So what a day for a sexual assault story of one of the biggest celebrities easily in the nation right now. You know, Tyler Perry has a new movie and TV show, every month on Netflix. You add up the other streaming services, he puts out seemingly a new one every week. So yeah, major name, another billionaire from entertainment, and another major distraction. And for a lot of people, you know, all the craziness in the world, they're not that interested in that. Their minds are occupied with, oh my God, is Tyler Perry, is he into men? Is this real? Like, at the end of the day, none of this stuff even really matters. I'm just pointing out what I point out every day, that the same way all your other news is contrived is the same way this news is contrived. You learn this code every day. You just see who's contriving the propaganda, the same people that have been running this nation since its earliest days, the Jesuits, and again, how they operate with this letters, numbers, and dates. Again, Jesuits are responsible for the language as we know it and the calendar. So it says, an actor who worked on the Tyler Perry created TV drama The Oval has filed a lawsuit against Perry alleging Perry leveraged his industry power to repeatedly sexually assault and harass him while keeping him quiet. It sounds like Harvey Weinstein, right? And Weinstein's been in the news in recent days as well. The lawsuit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court by actor Derek Dixon, who appeared on 85 episodes of the BET series, seeks at least $260 million in damages. I was trying to find the first episode he appeared in. I could not find that information anywhere on the internet, on IMDb. Could be part of the ritual. Mr. Perry took his success. It does say what year he started in, which was 2021, but it doesn't say. And it does say in the script that he wrote him into the script in 2020, but it doesn't say what the first episode was. Mr. Perry took his success and power and used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry to create a coercive, sexually exploitive dynamic with Mr. Dixon. This is just like the Diddy Lil Rod thing, which had the Jesuit fingerprints all over it too. Some 201s in that also. Lil Rod, and then Lil Rod said Diddy had a little penis. Just straight up obvious mockery. But now here we are with Dixon. Initially promising him a career advancement and creative opportunities such as producing his pilot and casting him in his show, only to subject him to escalating sexual harassment, assault and battery, and professional retaliation, the lawsuit says. Notice also how the Oval overlaps with Black. The Oval and Black have this triple overlap, 29, 106, 34. And remember, the R. Kelly story, he was supposedly put in solitary confinement on the 10th day of the 6th month, like 106. Again, you're new here. The same numbers get used all the time in the Black rituals too. It's just, yeah, it's super redundant. So, all right. And then with regards to R. Kelly, nearly killed by the prison making him take extra medications. The story, on the day leaving, 201 days left near the same day the Tyler Perry lawsuit was filed. And again, when R. Kelly was sentenced to prison, we talked about what a major Jesuit ritual it was. He was sentenced on the anniversary of the Jesuits being recognized by the Roman Catholic Church. I covered this in last night's video. It was the R. Kelly thing that led me to predict that Diddy would be taken down at the same age R. Kelly was sentenced to prison at, which was 54, which is when Diddy got arrested and, all the accusations came out. And as soon as Diddy turned 54, it was just days later that Cassie came out with her accusations. But anyway, Donald Trump, Jesuit educated, just turned 79 years old on the weekend, June 14th, right? That would have been one day before R. Kelly was supposedly essentially poisoned with his medicine. But notice, R. Kelly's 79, and now he's calling on the 79-year-old Jesuit-educated president to pardon him. He doesn't just seem obvious. And remember, Society of Jesus equals 79. That's who the Jesuits are. That's their formal title, Society of Jesus. Yeshua, the true name, also equals 79. And remember, 79 goes with the periodic table where the 79th element is gold. In alchemy, the sun is gold. In astrotheology, Jesus is the sun. Society of Jesus, 79. How it all fits together. But the story goes, R. Kelly was recently taken to the hospital after allegedly being given too much medication by prison staff while in solitary confinement, according to a filing from the disgraced R&B singer's legal team. The 58-year-old, and don't forget Trump, the first time around, had a whole bunch of 58 rituals. He won the 58th election after announcing from the 58-story Trump Tower and all the other things that came with it. In this most recent election, he supposedly got 58% of the electoral vote. The 58-year-old born Robert Kelly is currently serving 2 federal sentences, one for sex trafficking and racketeering and another for child pornography at Butner Correctional Facility in North Carolina. His current release date is listed as December 21st, 2045, according to the Bureau of Prisons website. 45, right? Now he's calling on the man who was formerly number 45 to pardon him. In court documents obtained by CNN, Kelly's legal team is again seeking an emergency release from prison, claiming that the Federal Bureau of Prisons is taking active steps to kill him, an accusation the government calls fanciful. The filing from Kelly's team alleges that he was placed in solitary confinement on June 10th, 10/6, hours after submitting a different emergency release request, filing that separately alleged Bureau of Prisons officials had plotted to have another inmate kill Kelly. It goes on to state that Kelly took his regular dose of medication on June 12th, but they claim was later instructed by prison staff to take additional medication. The filing then claims that Kelly awoke on July 13th feeling faint and dizzy. And notice they misprinted that too, the July 13th. And a part of you wonders, is it an accidental misprint or is it intentional? Obviously, it meant June 13th, but July 13th will be the first anniversary of the hoax of Donald Trump turning into Vincent Van Gogh with the big bandaged ear that had a miraculous recovery with not even a nick in it. Only the dumbest of the dumbest fell for it from the beginning. And of course, when you talk about the dumbest of the dumbest, you're talking about the average American. And again, you guys, just the way that the news media serves up just whoppers, such obvious lies every day to this populace, and people just swallow them whole, And then they get mad when you call it out. That's what I mean about the dumbest of the dumbest. Lil Rod says Diddy has a small dick. Dixon says Tyler Perry asked for blowjobs from... It just... This stuff's so elementary and stupid, it's pathetic. And then the people fall for it, and they don't even question it. It really is pathetic. Seeing black spots in his vision before falling to the ground and losing consciousness. Kelly was taken by ambulance to Duke University Hospital, where the filing says he learned that he had been administered an overdose quantity of his medications that threatened his life. Kelly was hospitalized for 2 days. So, Kelly's attorney, Bo Brindley, told CNN he was still hoping to pursue some form of intervention from President Donald Trump, who he believes could be sympathetic to his client due to the president's own public legal battles. Whether a pardon or commutation, we are looking for freedom for R. Kelly. Let him fly. All right. Now, and more important matters, our tax dollars being spent bombing more brown people, this time through Israel, who, again, we pay for a major percentage of their military. I just want to go over the Gematria World War III one more time. We've been talking about this since October 7th, 2023. When Israel was reportedly attacked by Hamas, funded by Iran, on Putin's 71st birthday, 71 days before the Pope's birthday at the time. Now look at World War III in the 4-base ciphers. In the most simple cipher, it's 170. Tomorrow, the 19th of June, will be the 170th day of the year. Hopefully that's not the case, but we know 19 is the big chaos number. This is really all connected to 9/11 and everything that's happened since. The war between Israel and Hamas began on the anniversary of us invading Afghanistan after the 19 hijackers, where almost all of them were from our allies, Saudi Arabia. But then we went into Afghanistan and Iraq because it never made any sense at any point, but nobody questioned anything. Not to mention those supposed 19 hijackers whose passports landed in the rubble, the same rubble where they couldn't find any plane or black box or anything else. And of course, that was the police officer who just died. Oh my God, his name's escaping me. We just covered it. He just died the other week. I said, oh, that's too bad. The guy who found the 19 passports, now he can't admit to his lies. He's dead. The guy that Bush appointed, but then he had to drop out because of the scandal. His name is on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, World War III, 170 against 71, like the war began on Putin's 71st birthday, the war with Hamas and Israel. And remember, it matters because Putin's at war with Ukraine, and that's an ancient Khazaria where a lot of the people from Israel trace their roots to. World War III, when you run it in reverse, is 181. And remember when Iran supposedly fired 181 missiles at Israel and didn't hurt anybody? And that was on October 1st. Tomorrow's going to be 261 days later. The United States of America equals 261. It's kind of like how September 18th, that infamous day that a lot goes down on, that's the 261st day of the year. It's the day in history the George Washington laid the cornerstone for Washington, D.C. It's the day the CIA was established. But yeah, the other one is World War III in reverse with numerology, 73. Putin will turn 73 this year on October 7th. And that does mean he's in his 73rd year of life right now. Next year, 2026, will mark 73 years since the CIA overthrew Iran. August 15th will begin the 73rd year since that happened. But yeah, all of that is pretty curious. All of this happening at this moment. Trump left the G7. G's the seventh letter, the 7-7. Remember, Israel's 77 years old right now. Like, Zionist equals 77. So does Judaism. So does theater, in line to the theater of war. It's hard to know what is real at this day and age. And it's only going to get harder as time goes on with the technology that's out there. Tomorrow will be the 256th day of Putin's age. Remember, 256 is the 201st composite number, like State of Israel's 201, like Donbass region's 201, which is what Russia wants back from Ukraine. And it goes with all the 201 rituals that have taken place in both this Israeli war and also the war in Ukraine. Been a lot of 201s. The number of the Jesuits. And keep in mind, Putin is 72 right now. He'll turn 73 again on October. Jesuit order and President Trump both 72. Again, the Templars had the 72 rules, the Templar cross in the middle of the Jesuit order's logo. October 7th, this important connection to the Templars. Of course, where modern day Israel is because of the Templars. I just noticed these articles, there's more and more typos as time goes on. Like, look how they have the word president spelled in this CNN article. They don't have a T on the thing. U.S. president. All right. Trump concedes some in GOP are a little bit unhappy with possibility of U.S. military intervention in Iran. And you've also heard the Trump people, saying, oh, there were no new wars under Trump, which was a really dumb thing to say. Again, Trump committed acts of war every single day in office. He increased the drone bombing even beyond what Obama had done, and Obama had already brought it to an insane amount, which seemed impossible to surpass. Trump took it even higher. And what the Trump administration did the first time around was they made new laws so that it didn't really need to be talked about or reported on, these drone bombings, so it was kind of silent in the background. But yeah, I mean, if other countries were flying drones over the U.S. and bombing us daily, multiple times a week, Don't you think the U.S. would cover that as acts of war against the United States? So that's why when these Trump people say, oh, there was no new wars under Trump, it's like, okay, yeah, there was plenty of warring going on under Trump. We were bombing the hell out of the Middle East. So, here we are today. And yeah, just the Trump mobile thing, gold phone after he turned 79. Again, triple overlap with Jesuit order and Trump mobile. The T1's the phone. Again, T's the 20th letter. The T1 is the 201 phone. Again, on the anniversary of Oracle being established, when Larry Ellison, the founder of Oracle, spoke the day Trump took office about this great AI project, where months earlier he had made it clear that the great AI project is really a great surveillance state where everybody's being watched at cameras so they're on their best behavior, and it's all being monitored by the AI, which is capable of keeping tabs on everybody. All right, and yeah, the poor Lilo and Stitch actor. New movie comes out, and then the voice actor's dead at 46, and he's another big Hawaiian guy. Some people look and say, well, he was a big heavyset guy. It's hard to live that long, but I mean, come on, man. Right after the movie comes out at age 46, and I'll remind people that Derek. I mean, I've been telling Derek for a while to put this back. I don't know why when Derek did the update, which is a couple years old now, it's been this way for a couple years. I don't know why when you put an ampersand, which has always been a null value, like if you write it in there, right, and then you get the calculation, look how the ampersand doesn't show up. I don't know why for the life of me he took that out. Because imagine, like, if you go to my website and look at the screenshot, right, you're going to be like, oh, Lilo Stitch, he left out the ampersand. So did he manipulate that to get the 46? Again, you should have just left the ampersand in there and showed that it was a null value rather than make it so that when you write it in and you calculate it, it just disappears. There was no reason to ever do that, and it just made things less clear. So, yeah, I've told Derek. If other people want to relay the message to Derek, I know a lot of people think this calculator is mine. It's not mine. Derek did build it because of me, but it's not my calculator. Yeah, I think that needs to be put back in, because I hate anytime I have to do an ampersand, how it looks like that. I'm thinking, if I was new here and I looked at that, I'd have a big question mark. I'd say, well, where's that ampersand at? Looks like you fudged it to get it to equal 46 when that's not the case. So. All right, that said, I do want to pay tribute to this YouTuber here, Professional Douche. His name is Michael Picard. And he puts his name out there. He gets arrested a lot. He definitely does not like cops. He doesn't like either political party. He's an equal opportunity offender. He's not on one side of the political aisle, but you can tell that he does like getting under the Trump people's skin. And he definitely likes giving the police a hard time, and all rightfully so. But yeah, I like the way this man operates. And if you do watch like some of his live streams, he does get into more of why he does this and how he really just wants to show that Americans don't really value free speech, and a lot of people do have their panties just way too up in a bunch. So with that said, let's watch what happens when he goes to this Trump/Blue Lives Matter thing. And again, just to see the hypocrisy, it's like these people are so mad about what he's doing with the flag. It's like, don't you know that the Blue Line Matters flag is actually a desecration of the flag too? You're not supposed to alter the flag, this cop flag with the blue line in it. It's like, anyway. I'm going to let this play, and when it's done, we'll start taking some phone calls. But yeah, this is Michael Picard, a.k.a. the Professional Douche, who's also tried to pull off some major stunts like at CPAC and stuff, too. The guy's got some balls. So here we go. And he knows how to edit a video fairly well, too. Look, you see this thumbnail of him over here dressed up in the pig costume at the Blue Lives Matter rally? I love it, man. We need more Michael Picards in the world. Here we go. By the way, you see the 17,000 likes? He has more likes on this video than I have on my whole channel. Thank you, by the way, to the people who actually do hit the like button.
beautiful. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I am sick and tired of our law enforcement being attacked. Who is angry with me? Who wants this to stop? Because they want to.
I just want to be friends.
No! Oh my God!
Why?
Like, you have nothing to bring to the table right now. Like, everything about you says you have nothing to bring to the table.
I want you to put me on the table.
No, I'm not your buddy. I'm not your boyfriend.
Two American patriots along with our president.
These people deserve our support. Yes, I would rather have told you.
Hello, my name is Kelly O'Hara. I hail from Everett and Melrose. I've been around for 15 years. 15 years now, locally and nationally.
Hey, he's stepping on the flag! Don't step on the flag! I'm filming this fuckhead! Yo, you're a douchebag! Yo, get the fuck out of here!
Where's the mask?
All pigs matter.
Where's your mask?
All pigs matter.
Where's your mask?
What?
You need a mask.
A mask?
A mask.
A mask?
Charlie Baker says you need a mask.
Understand, he's not really about Sharia law or any of this. He just knows what will provoke these shallow Americans. And for all the people who bitch about Sharia law and, oh, they're bringing Sharia law to America, these countries that are into Sharia law, are they busy killing their neighbors? Are they busy bombing the people of the world? Are they constantly bombarding their people with propaganda and lies? Because we all know the answer to these questions are no. Some people think that the Sharia law could be the worst thing ever. Would it actually be worse than your own government than you have now? These are real things to think about and consider. By the way, in Sharia law, in those countries, there's no homeless people either. Also interesting to think about. And I'm not saying I want Sharia law, but again, this guy's just going around and just, again, exposing the shallowness. And you got to love the all pigs matter sign. But anyway, let's continue on here.
What?
Charlie Baker says you need a mask.
What?
Where's your mask?
He's just trolling you.
Where's your mask?
I didn't hear you.
Where's your mask? I'm trying to listen. So do you mind pointing it out so I can listen?
He's trying to listen.
Don't feed the troll.
Feed the troll. I'm trying to listen to what he has to say.
On day one,
Just go over there. Why do you have to do
you said you were going to reinstate the rule of law on the station. When you occupied the old office.
Blue. I just think he's
And like
videoing.
somebody in this
What happens if I do this?
that he's kept.
Don't trip and fall.
Uh-oh.
The other thing I love about this guy is, you know how it is in this country. He's a short guy. He's obviously not the most handsome guy. He's obviously let his body go. I'm sure he's put up with a lifetime of bullying and having people be mean to him. You can tell that it developed thick skin and a sense of humor, and he is using that sense of humor absolutely in a great way, I would say. So if you're dealt not the best deck in life, again, that's why they say you got to make lemons into lemonade. Here we go.
Flag drag on the ground.
Why not?
Because people didn't die for that flag, you can let it drag on the ground. Pick the flag up. Pick the flag up.
Can you just go across the street? Get it off.
Again, the people supposedly died for this country for mostly freedom of speech, and you can tell how offended all these people are. The flag is way down on that list, and it dragging on the ground. That's the great irony of these morons too. By the way, nobody has died for any of our rights and liberties in any of these wars is also the other truth. And that's why I get so annoyed listening, like, oh, I went and fought to preserve the American value. No, the American value is go kill brown people, and that's what you went and fought in, to go kill more innocent brown people who didn't deserve anything that you and the rest of the U.S. military brought to them. But let's continue.
I'm just here to support you guys.
Pick it up. Come on, man. Okay.
I'm just here to support you. That's it.
That's fine, but just pick the flag up.
All right, so pick the flag up then. Show the support. Pick it up.
I
Pick
just
the
want
flag
to.
up and show the support.
Show the support that you're here for and pick up the flag.
I'm sorry, I tried. I just don't know.
Oh, you didn't. Okay, come on.
There you go. Perfect.
Yep.
That's better. That's awesome.
If somebody knocked you on your ass right now, would you call the police or would you just cry?
I'd call a crack addict. Either that or Ghostbusters.
Just don't give them the satisfaction. That's it.
I love when you guys satisfy me.
You're 5'3". Destroy you.
I bet you could satisfy me.
Your parents and brother and sister.
Bet you would. You'd probably love it too.
Burn.
How you doing?
Yo, fuck this guy.
Put the flag on the ground. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, pick that flag up.
Go. Get the hell out of here.
Get it off the ground.
Let's go, boys. Time to go. Let's go. That's it. We're Down syndrome.
Are you making fun of people with Down syndrome?
No, just you.
Say you're sorry. Idiot. Say you're sorry.
Fuck him up.
Say you're sorry.
The thing is, they plant people like him here.
Yeah, he's a plant.
You're a communist. You're a communist. What are you doing with the flag on?
Take that flag off. Yeah, try it.
Look at them stealing my property.
Yeah, you know where you're going? You're going to hell.
Free the flag. Free it.
You got a right to be here, but don't be an ass about it, okay? That's all I'm asking you. Stand there, hold the sign, don't harass people. That's all.
But what am I going to be if I'm not an ass?
Whatever you want to be, that's what America's about. Be what you want to be. But
My mom said I could be whatever I want, so I
That's right.
decided to be an ass.
then you know what? You've accomplished your goal.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mother should have fucking.
Me and her are best friends. Shout
You die, you ugly bastard. Go home. I pray for you. Get lost. Go home. Get lost.
I'm just here to support you.
Go home. Go home.
I'm just here to support you.
Go home. Get lost.
I'm here to support you guys.
You're not welcome. You're not welcome here. Out. No.
Anyone we disagree with isn't welcome here. All pigs matter.
Yeah, you don't matter though.
You don't matter, and you're being just.
You're like,
I thought I mattered to you.
you don't matter to me whatsoever.
That's not what you said off camera.
Oh, yeah?
It's not what you said behind the bushes over there. If anyone needs me, I'll be down here.
Let Sharia in.
You guys run this cheap.
You know anything about Sharia law?
Yeah,
Do you know about Sharia law?
it's good.
About Sharia law.
It's good.
It's good.
It's what America needs.
Tell me what you know about
It's what America needs. That's all you need to
Tell me
know.
something about it.
Oh, it's just good.
Tell me something about Sharia law.
It's good.
Tell me. I want to know what
It's
you know
what America needs.
Tell me what about it.
It's good. Everything about it.
I bet you don't want to work for anything in your life, right? Everything just handed to you.
Yes,
whatever you want.
exactly. That's it.
exactly
What?
what
Hey,
the first one to throw off a fucking building.
that's my sign. Let Sharia in. Your sign got destroyed. What? Someone destroyed your sign. Right there. There it is.
You should join the big penis guy.
I want to join you.
Cage match. We got a cage match right now.
Arrest him. Anyone we don't agree with, arrest him. Arrest him. Arrest him. Arrest him. Arrest him. And anyone we disagree with, arrest them.
Get out of here, you dickhead.
So I don't get my First Amendment right today?
Yeah, you do, but you don't get to break the law. There's a law you gotta follow.
I
I will fucking put you in bankruptcy the next 5 years.
No, you won't, you freaking dirtbag. You live in your parents' basement.
Officer, we disagree.
And you'll eat you off them, right? Yeah, I see you shaking.
Oh, are you going to do something?
No, you?
No, well,
all right.
Why am I shaking then?
Because pussies like you like
I'm a
to
pussy.
aggravate people and try to trigger us. But we're not the ones triggered. You are.
Officer, arrest him. We disagree with him. Anyone I disagree with, arrest them. Sharia is better than the Constitution.
Oh, is it? Based on what? Based on what fact?
Based on that it is.
Oh, based on what it is. How do you...
$50. $50. But that's just from George Soros. Hillary Clinton pays me, CNN, MSNBC, CBS. They all pay me. Can I get your number this time?
No, you may not.
Please?
No. N-O.
Are you sure?
Positive.
What if I catch you on a better day?
Never gonna happen. You're not my type.
Why not?
What did you get? Fine?
Because I like guys that are like my height and in better shape. And don't look at
I'm party shy.
I got better taste than men.
Let Islam in.
Look at this lunatic. No, but don't. I know, but don't. They're gonna arrest you for assault. Don't touch it.
Then why do you allow that? I don't allow it. I'll get arrested. I'll get arrested. You telling me
Just stand in front of him. Yeah, he will.
You don't belong. You don't belong.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
No, you're gonna rip it. You're gonna rip it.
Don't rip it. You can't rip it.
Get off it.
You're gonna go to hell if you rip it.
I'm gonna go to hell.
If you rip it, that's according to the flag code.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You know that? Get off the flag. Get off the fucking flag.
Get off the flag! Get off the flag! Get off the flag!
Don't get arrested. Come on, don't get arrested. Don't get arrested.
Go put the flag on the ground.
I got on the phone with the judge and I squashed her endless harassment order like a bug.
Let's get a prayer going for Trump. Prayer for Trump. Allah bless America.
Okay.
Allah bless.
Can I tell you something?
What?
Leave.
Let me finish my prayer. Get it off the ground. Get that flag off the ground. Get it off the ground.
Take it away.
Yeah.
Are you calling me retarded?
You have to understand, this is our town, not yours.
Are you making fun of retarded people?
I got a retarded now.
Again, just the irony. All these Blue Lives Matter flags everywhere, which is a desecration of the flag, and they're so upset about what he's doing. I mean, just comedy.
But you're retarded.
I'm retarded too.
On behalf of all retards, take that back.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Get the fuck out of my town.
Anyone we disagree with, get out of here.
Where the fuck you live? You don't live in Washington.
I want to live right next to you.
You don't want to live right next to me. I'll fucking take my 12 gauge and put it right through your fucking eye. And I don't give a fuck.
Sounds kinky.
You won't even get me going.
You sound.
He won't stop me and they won't
You sound.
I'll fucking take your head and fucking shove it up your ass.
You sound really kinky right now.
My entire family. He put his whole family on the line to serve this country.
I know, that's why I was.
He ain't giving that flag back to you. And I'm his mother, and I'll deck you if you try to take that flag.
It was just praying.
No, you don't pray on the flag.
If you want to pray to the flag, hold it up and then pray.
Right.
He needs a prayer rug, though.
I needed to kneel.
He needs a prayer rug.
Never.
Why not?
Because it's disrespectful.
People died in this country and in other countries for our flag. That's why.
You put that flag on the ground, you're disrespecting every man and woman who has died.
Every man and woman.
You have correct?
Unless you disagree with it. You know what? That's going to go viral, though. So I appreciate that. That's good. His face is going to be all over the internet.
That's great.
Him taking the flag from me. Yep.
I'm pretty sure that 98% of people are going to agree. Also, the video is yours, correct?
What?
What video? What video are you talking about? Who took the video?
Which video?
You fucking dead.
What?
Isn't it funny how these Trump people, they're walking around with t-shirts that say socialism sucks, when this is after the point where, you know, they'd gone through with all the mandate crap and told people who could work and who wasn't, what was essential, what wasn't, who could go and worship and who couldn't. And then they even started sending people checks. Like, how can you wear these shirts and support this guy and not see through the irony of all this? That's what's amazing about America. It's just, again, that phrase, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
Who took the video? Who's going to post it?
Who took what video?
I swear to God, I will fucking fight you, dude.
No, I'm with them. We're together.
Oh, the fuck you are.
Wait, are you two together?
Yeah.
You're his father?
He drove me here.
Oh!
You just dropped the flag on the ground.
That's
desecration of the flag.
You disrespected the flag. You disrespected the flag.
Go away. Get the fuck away from me, dude. Go away. Get the fuck away from me. Listen, all day you've been fucking all day. Get the fuck away from me. You need to go. Get the fuck away from me.
Get out of here. Hey, watch out. Hey, watch out.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying.
We don't want you here. Go over across the street with the other retard.
Did you know you can't spell virus without you and I? If you fell, I would break your fall for you.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Hey Sam, I've got your back.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. If coronavirus doesn't take you out, can
And the
I?
main reason why police.
I've got your back.
I'm not fighting for like.
I'm just supporting you.
I'm doing my best to like not.
I'm just here to support you. Why is he so mad at me? I'm just here to support him.
Yo, what if I knocked you out? How would you feel?
I don't know, because I'd be knocked out.
Remember the more than 20 people that have now died in the BLM, Antifa, Communist Democrat riots. Their lives matter too.
Anyone we disagree with is a communist.
Or someone robs you, what are you going to do? Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Please. Every black man beats you up, who are you going to call?
A crack addict. Anyone we disagree with, we're going to take their property away and not give it back to them. I'm here for your safety.
So you're brainwashed then?
I want to protect you, though. I'm your bodyguard.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You know a song that gets on everybody's nerves, and this is how it goes. I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves.
Best country on earth.
Best country on earth.
You couldn't do this.
America is the greatest nation on earth. You just want to hit it.
Go to Cuba. Go to China.
I want to be right next to you now.
Social distance, get the fuck away from me.
I just want to be right next to you.
I'm telling you right now, social distance and get the fuck away from me. Move.
That's insane.
I'm just going over here.
My brain isn't working.
I'm going over here.
Did somebody put all this stuff on you today?
Yeah,
Who did that?
George Soros.
Good answer.
Can you not spit at me?
We have to find the rest of the platoon.
Forget the platoon. The platoon is gone.
What?
The platoon is dead. Face facts, Tony.
Sorry. I didn't really mean to do that.
I'm sure you didn't. I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves. Everybody's nerves. Do you think I should go on American Idol?
I think you should go on American Idol.
That's what I'm saying. You think I should go on American Idol? So my flag was taken from me for using it as a prayer rug, and now I'm at the police department to pick it up.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I was told that my flag, which is folded, was here.
Yeah, is this the one you're looking for?
Yes.
All right, here's your flag.
Thank you.
Have a nice night.
You too. Yes, I've got my flag back.
Hold on. That's right. I gotta watch one more. I haven't seen this one. This one's only 7 minutes.
We're here at a Columbus Day Trump rally where they've dedicated literally 15 minutes to Trump chants. What the fuck kind of cult is this? Deep throat taboo.
After the election, they gave up on it. I didn't give up on it. We were outside, out in the winter, all winter
What?
long, and then I took over the group.
I said support the police.
I took it on the street parade. It's a wonderful place.
We support the
and
police.
that's where I met Donald Trump's cousin.
You support
on
the police,
24th
right?
of July. Her name is
Good.
London Lucia. She's from Burlington.
So you
It's-
deep throat the whole booth.
His second cousin, and she is a
What?
pistol.
That just
And
sounds funny.
She doesn't carry a permit. She
What's funny
is
about that?
The way you worded it.
So
What's
you can
funny
meet
about
people
supporting
like
the
that at
police?
the rallies. I'm personally booked up
Then
into
why are
the
you
middle
laughing?
of
Because
November
of the way you
and
worded
beyond.
it. It doesn't
If the
say
weather
support
stays
the
like
police.
this,
Yes, it
we
does.
have street rallies where you meet.
It just
like,
spelled a little
we got the
odd.
flags.
What does that mean?
Support the police.
Oh, so we deep throat the whole group?
Yeah.
Deep throat the whole group? Supporting the police?
Yeah. You back the blue, don't you? You back the blue, don't you? Good.
What does that mean? I don't.
Support the police.
Yeah, but what is deep throat the whole group? That doesn't say.
If you don't deep throat the whole booth, then you don't support the police.
What does deep throat mean?
What?
What does we deep throat? Why can't you put we support the police?
Because deep throat is just a stronger word for support.
Oh, okay.
Honk for communism.
Why are you flying that communist flag?
Because it's supportive of Trump.
We don't support China.
Support the Chinese Communist Party. Hey, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about Chinese Communist Party? Hey, guys. Do you have a moment to talk about Chinese Communist Party? We support the Chinese Communist Party. I was wondering if you have a second to talk about the Chinese Communist Party.
The fact that I don't want it?
No, the
Care for it?
the fact that we're coming to America. Guys, let's talk about the Chinese Communist Party. We support the Chinese Communist Party.
Why don't you become one of their slaves?
Bring communism to America. Do you have another second to talk about Chinese Communist Party? The Chinese Communist Party supports Trump.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not into that.
The Chinese Communist Party is into you. I'm recruiting for the Chinese Communist Party. Do you have any interest in joining? Do you know where I can recruit people for the Chinese Communist Party? Steven, come talk to me about the Chinese Communist Party. Would you cute guys be interested in joining?
Why is your friend yelling at you? You guys walked in together.
No, we didn't. What are you talking
I
about?
watched you guys walk all the way from the car down here. Why is he yelling at you? That's not nice if you guys are friends for him to be yelling at you.
I'm confused. I'm just trying to recruit people to the Chinese Communist Party.
Do you realize that if you were in a communist country, you couldn't fly any kind of flag you want? Do you understand that?
Why not?
You wouldn't be able to fly any flag you ever wanted. You wouldn't be able to speak anything you wanted to speak.
Put the flag away, I'm gonna have
Go ahead, fly that flag. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's only because of the fact that you have the First Amendment right to let you do that. That's the only reason why
We
you
support-
have that.
we
So if
support
you
the
want it,
Chinese
if you want
Communist
to do
Party.
that, you can go live there. Go live
Get out of
there.
here, troublemaker.
Go live there. Go live there. That's where you can live.
We want to spread communism here.
It's not going to
Get out
happen,
of here,
sweetheart.
troublemaker.
You know
Yes,
why
it
it's
is.
not going to happen?
Why?
Because we have the Second Amendment. So bring it.
We did go
Bring it.
the whole
Bring it.
I'll bring it.
Do you know who Anne Frank is? You
Who?
should, because that, of course you don't, because
What?
you would have given her off to the Nazis. That's what you would have done.
I'm
you would have
confused.
saved her.
What's going on?
You know why you're
Special
confused?
needs.
Because you don't know who Anne Frank is.
idiot, right? Idiot.
So go buy the book, Anne
Go
Frank.
read a book.
So does that mean you want to join the Chinese Communist Party? Is this the Chinese Communist Party circle jerk?
He's special needs. He's special needs.
Yeah, I understand that. Then that's why someone needs to tell him that he has that First Amendment right to fly that.
I mean, he doesn't know what the First Amendment is.
I'm telling him what it is. Giving him that right
What's the First Amendment?
I don't know.
for the Constitution.
What Constitution?
See, he's probably with you.
I don't even know his birthday.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm.
You're cute when you get all worked up.
You are, you're sexy.
I pledge allegiance to the rag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
Shut up.
one nation, under Allah, indivisible, with liberty and justice for only us white folks.
Put the camera on me so I can say it. Picture of all.
Okay.
Put the camera on me.
You guys are handsome and cute.
Yeah.
Do you deep throat the
know
book?
how many brave men fought for that flag and died?
Oh no, my rag, my rag.
You're a rag.
I was just coming over here to tell you that you look cute in your knee-high socks.
Who pays you?
George Soros.
Yeah, I thought so.
Duh.
Hey, George, we're gonna win. God, freedom, country, unmask our kids, and President Trump won.
Isn't that what you said when he was running for president, that he was going to win?
Oh, he did win, but
He
you
did.
cheated. But see, the people that ran the election cheated.
You're right, you're right. Just because he lost the Electoral College and the popular vote doesn't mean he lost.
He didn't lose the popular vote. He didn't lose the Electoral College.
I've never seen so much denial in my life. You know weed is now legal in Connecticut, right?
No, it's not.
Connecticut.
It's legal in Connecticut.
How dare we let anyone put whatever they want in their own body? What happens if I juke you?
Whatever that is, you're not going to like the end result of it.
I'm going to go that way.
I can't touch this.
All right. Yeah, if you guys want to check him out, Professional Douche, I think he's doing it just right. And I support. So I'm glad I found that channel. He's been doing it for a decade. It just makes me wonder how many other people are doing worthy things out there that have never popped up in the feed to date. while YouTube markets all these trash channels and makes sure they do show up in your feed. So anyway, I appreciate the comedy, and he's got me crying over here. So, yeah, he has a lot of funny videos. He has a lot of funny videos, and I like his side. We deep throat the whole boot. Perfect. What did it say? All pigs matter. Okay. All right. If you guys want to call in and talk about what else is going on or any other great channels that deserve recognition, I am going to open up the phone line. It is the 509-560-4982 number. Again, 509-560-4982. We covered the topics at the beginning. We watched a little bit of Professional Douche. If anybody knows anybody else out there that's doing something like that guy, please let me know. I need more YouTube channels like that in my subscriber feed. So he says they missed their calling. Hey, it's never too late. It is never too late. And if we don't have callers, we can just watch more Professional Douche. I think I have found the best thing on the internet. Yeah, I watched one where the state of Connecticut had just used oh God, what's it called when they come and take people's land? What's that called? Eminent domain. There'd been an eminent domain case where state of Connecticut came in and took people's property. So he went to protest at I believe City Hall, and he just held up a sign that says "fuck your property" with quotes, and then whatever city did it. And at the time he was there at the building, there was a school field trip coming through, like a bunch of children. So people there were freaking out and like, this is so inappropriate for the children. And the police just come right over and arrest him. And then he got the body cam footage from the police and made it part of his video. And you hear the officer talking about why he arrested him. He's like, well, he was offending those children, so I arrested him. It's like, okay, that's not legal at all. I don't know if he sues the cops for these things, but that seems like an easy lawsuit to win. The police officer on camera saying he arrested you because you were offending the children. Last time I checked, that is not a crime. But yeah, I thought his sign was quite appropriate too. Timely. So. All right, I see we got him a few new subscribers. Yeah, he's close to 100,000. He easily deserves 100,000 subs. One thing I did I watched about 10 of his videos yesterday behind the scenes. He did a stunt at Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz, the alleged child predator. He snuck onto stage at a Matt Gaetz event, and he made this plaque for him about being a pedo, and he hands it to Matt Gaetz. And what's funny though is, Jimmy Kimmel, who does the late night broadcast, he caught wind of that and even brought it up on his show. I don't think this kid is part of the system. I think they actually just brought that up because it was funny, and of course Jimmy Kimmel's show is supposed to be funny. But I did catch that. I was like, I hope this kid's not part of it too. I don't think he is though. Seems like what he's doing is pretty legit. He also at CPAC tried to run up on stage in a KKK costume and supported Trump after David Duke endorsed him. Brian says, Zach, what do you know about the illustration of the Piltman story? I don't know what you mean by that. I know that the lie of Piltman lasted 41 years and Piltman equals 4, or it's Piltdown. Wait, hold on. Are we talking different things? Piltman. Maybe I'm thinking of Piltdown. Or hold on, am I getting dyslexic? It's Piltdown Man, right? What's Piltman? Hold on. Piltman story. Maybe that's something different. Piltman story. Nothing's coming up for Piltman story. I think he did mean Piltdown Man, the first proof of evolution, which was admitted to being a fraud after 41 years. Jaded Joyrider, off the top, I'm not following the comment. He says, James Freeman, this is how these investigations are supposed to go. Off the top, I'm not connecting the dots right now. Oh, by the way, I see we had a few super chatters. Finally found the secret. Just play a little bit of professional douche. Gematria Sent said, Ann Burrell of the Food Network died 146 days after Guy Ferrer's birthday. Food Network equals 146. Flavor Town equals 146. I'm guessing that's the name of her show. She died at age 55. Guy Ferrer, 55. Good decode, Gematria Sense. I think you got it. Sinister, who's been a member for 3 months, says, salute, brother. Freedom is more rampant than ever. Yeah, the wrong kind of freedom, the D-U-M-B. I've been watching since I was 17. I'm now 22, and I've learned so much from you. Thank you. Thank you, Sinister. Yeah, that's a long time. Got here at a young age. You're way ahead of the curve. Thank you. I appreciate that. Leper Messiah with the big 5 said, what up, y'all? Get some paper in my man's pocket. I appreciate that, Leper Messiah. Spam Wave says, look up Frank Hassel, Dr. Don Wario, Sissy Operative. Look up Frank Hassel, Dr. Don Wario, Sissy Operative? Is that all one thing? It doesn't sound right. Frank Hassel. What if I just type in Frank Hassel, Dr. Don? What's coming up with that? Frank Hassel, Dr. Don. Oh, okay. It sounds, I see what you're saying. This sounds like something similar to, here it is right here. All right, if we don't have any calls, we'll have to play this. I think this is something similar to what we just watched. Appreciate that, Spam Wave. John Mendoza with the big 2. Thanks again, John Mendoza. All right, well, we wait on the next call. We'll check it out.
I just ran 43 miles through the woods from the police because this little estrogen-filled bus driver accosted me at the Kroger.
You want to see my muscle?
Tried to help him. I'm the only person in the world who doesn't have a horrible agenda against me. And he attacked me. He hurt me with psychological attacks. Listen,
in our country, we just punch until you can't walk.
With physical attacks and spiritual attacks. You're a very worthy adversary. You've been taking your hormones. It says here you need 10 cc's of cute panties and dresses. This guy's having a schizophrenic episode. He's losing his mind. This isn't real.
Can you call the police, please?
He's wearing women's clothes. I'm a real nigga, bro. I'm Dr. Don Wario. I'm his doctor. Your name is Jessica.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Your name is Jessica.
Get the fuck out of my face.
That guy's a sissified, bimbified little slave. Look over my notes one more time. I'm your doctor. I'm treating you for memory loss and dissociative identity disorder. Do you remember your real name now? It's Jennifer. You're experiencing a psychotic episodes and need to wear the safety clothes. I have them right peak. You've been taking your medication, right? Your estrogen pills, so you remember I'm your husband. My name is Dr. Don Wario.
The footage you are about to see has been classified by psychiatric professionals as both twisted and unchained.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Don Wario. I'm Dr. Don Wario.
What?
I'm here to treat you.
What is it?
I'm a doctor. I'm Dr. Don Wario.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, are you paying attention?
I just want to point out that this guy has 84 subscribers, and did you know that I don't think there's a single video on my channel that has 1,000 likes, as sad as that is. This guy eclipsed over 1,000 likes with not even 100 subs. I'm not. Well, we'll continue to watch. I'm not sure that I like this guy's brand of humor as much.
No, no.
You want to become a woman.
What?
You're gonna inhale the bimbo gas.
Yeah.
I'm here to feminize you. Dude, I'm your doctor.
Hey, do me a favor. Just watch yourself.
I'm a doctor. I'm Dr. Don Wario.
I want to be voted right now.
What do you mean? I'm Dr. Don Wario. I'm here to
Get the fuck out of my face, goddammit!
I'm here to treat you.
Quit what, your ass?
Excuse me?
I don't fuck around with people like you.
Your name is Jessica.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Your name is Jessica.
Get the fuck out of my face. Oh, I call the police.
I am a doctor. I was in here to treat you. You're having a schizophrenic... This guy's having a schizophrenic episode.
All right.
He's losing his mind. This isn't...
Isn't it funny this time period, though? Just everybody walking around with their masks on. Kroger was one of the only stores that didn't make you wear a mask. They'd play it on the intercoms if you were in their stores. And for people who don't know, Kroger owns like a lot of the grocery stores out in the Pacific Northwest. They're called Fred Meyer and QFC, and all over the nation they have different names. So in some places they're just called Kroger. But yeah, I remember the Kroger stores would be playing the thing with please wear a mask, but they would not do anything if you weren't wearing one. I never wore my mask. That said, almost everybody else in the store had one on, and some people would look at you crazy for not having one on. But yeah, just again, not land of the free, not home of the brave, and just really dumb people too. I mean, the masks weren't going to do anything at all other than make you look like a dumbass and cut off your breathing and probably do some bodily harm for that reason. Is that why he's doing this? I don't see it. The other guy, I understand what he's trying to do. I understand why he's going to cop rallies and Trump rallies and exposing how hypocritical these people are. Right now, I don't know what this guy's doing. And maybe he makes it clear in another video. Is he just harassing people? If he was trying to get people to think about why they're wearing a mask, I get it. But so far, I'm not seeing the angle that this guy's going for. So to me, I get that it's a reaction video, but I'm not seeing that this is similar to what the last guy was doing.
Real.
Can you call the police, please? You're fucking harassing me here.
I'm a doctor. I'm a learned medical doctor.
Get the shit out of here, man.
I'm a doctor. Yeah, he needs to inhale his.
I can't take it. I can't take being reminded. Yeah, I don't think this is the same here. Yeah. Professional douche is trying to expose the hypocrisy in people. That I do get. The guy going down the grocery aisle saying I'm a doctor. A little bit different. Yeah, the one thing about this professional douche is he gets wrongfully arrested a lot. And I don't know if he's suing these cops behind the scenes, but just he's not doing anything unlawful, but he gets arrested quite a bit. We'll do one more. You guys are welcome to call in, but really, I think the best thing going in the world, as we might be on the verge of World War III, is the man calling himself Professional Douche, and I wish I'd found out about him 10 years earlier. Here we go. All pigs matter at the Blue Lives Matter rally.
Now we got to go help people customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Libby, where's the golf cart?
I'm gonna give the mic back. Hey guys, we are at a pro-police rally, and I am about to go disrupt it. The secret to a good troll is that you have to hide your sign and infiltrate, and then hold up the sign.
Speaking of police, right now, I want to introduce to you Ben.
Get out of here with your Black Lives Matter bullshit. Guys, just watch out for that guy over there in the red cap. He's Black Lives Matter. I can feel it. He's here to start shit. Waiting for the perfect time.
And the only time I ever thought of becoming a state trooper was one time on Route 8, heading south from the town of Thomaston. I was driving my 1967 Ford Mustang Fastback 390, which had 325 horses behind it, 4-barrel, 4-speed. And I didn't notice the light blue Ford vehicle behind me that on the dashboard was little blue light that was blink, blink, blink.
So I ask you again, before I introduce the next speaker, do you want to live in a world without police?
No.
I didn't think so. He's also the vice chair of the Libertarian Party of Connecticut, and he's currently a candidate for state representative in the 26th district. Can you please give a huge round of applause and bring Jonathan to the stage?
I'm gonna give the mic back, but first I want to say all pigs matter.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Come on, get up, get up. All pigs matter.
Freedom!
Get off.
All pigs matter.
You can now leave.
What is it that gentlemen wish?
Like how his next evolution of doing this was going in a pig costume. Oh, more people need to do this. It is so deserved. All these supposed patriots for the police. Again, were there police when this country was founded? No, there were not. There weren't supposed to be. People were supposed to be more free, the ability to protect themselves, more self-reliant, limited government. Again, that's what's so annoying about all these people, that they're just, their minds are totally backwards. No clue about what they're talking about. Countries never looked more communist and socialist than ever while they cheer for it. Here we go.
What would they have? Is life so dear or peace
I'm
so
welcome
sweet
here.
as
You're
to
not
be
welcome
purchased?
anywhere.
I know not what course others may
What?
take, but
But
as
you ate
for
about
me,
20
give me
pigs.
I'm just here to support pigs.
Patrick Henry gave this speech.
I'm just here to support pigs. Pigs.
Richmond, Virginia.
I'm what?
Pretty fat.
Before you
No
today
pigs
with
around
this
here, they're
question.
law enforcement officials.
Are you calling law enforcement officers pigs?
No.
Take that back.
I said they're not.
No, that's not what I heard.
They're not pigs.
That's not what I
They're
heard.
law
Shut
enforcement.
down our churches.
What are you talking
Deny our
about?
right to assemble.
I'm just here to
Force us
support
to wear
pigs.
masks. Close our public schools.
You're a disgrace.
Close our
Yeah, go to Weight Watchers.
Propose the removal
Go to
of
wait. Will you go with me?
when all these liberties were while serving all of us and laboring to make.
What? I heard the threesome is this way. I heard the threesome is this way.
You look like a real intelligent fella.
I am.
You look it. You too, man.
My mom's proud of me.
I bet.
Yep.
To reject the tyrannical rule of one man. The
Now it looks like I'm. My hand is over your
continue
shoulder.
to stand up for our God-given rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me.
Really?
To refuse to enforce unconstitutional executive orders.
I love you, man. Come in
In the
here.
same
Don't
famous
touch me.
speech,
Come in here for the real thing.
Patrick Henry stated, "We shall not fight our mouths, and I am
I want to stay here with you, though.
representative serving
Yeah,
the
fuck.
Right next to you.
I will need the support of freedom-loving patriots from around
Did you just say you want me to ride your ass?
Keep going, buddy.
I'm scared. Please hold me.
They're not going to take care of it. We need to take care of the problem. You and me.
I live in my mom's basement.
I bet you do. You probably suck on her titties, though.
George Soros paid me to do that up there.
I bet he did.
He did. Guys, there's a Black Lives Matter here. Can you arrest him? Can you arrest the Black Lives Matter guy over there?
You realize there
He
is
said
a First Amendment.
he said fuck the police over there.
Just like you did, but you know there's a First Amendment right for you to be stupid and for that other guy to be stupid, so you're okay.
What did I do? He's the one with the fuck the police sign.
Don't even come near me with that sign.
I'm coming near you with this sign.
Forewarning you right now. You need to go up. Grow up.
I want to tell you that
We support all pigs.
is a Brooklyn, New York City
They're not
police
pigs.
officer.
They're human beings. They're cops.
Please join me in
Why are you calling police pigs?
I'm not calling them pigs.
Yes, you just did.
I said they're human beings.
You just said they're pigs.
No, you did.
What's up, buddy? What are you doing?
You did.
What's up with the all pigs matter?
I'm just here to support pigs. That's all.
Pigs?
Yes.
What kind of pigs?
Pigs.
What,
As in what kind of pigs?
Like the
What do
kind
you
on
think
farm?
pigs are? You know, the four-legged animals? They're pink.
Well, go support them somewhere else.
saying-
This is a police rally.
It
There you
is?
go.
This is for the police.
I'm just wondering.
Wait, this is a police rally.
This is a support of the police.
I wonder what kind of drugs this guy's on right
What are
now.
you talking about?
Rally.
I was told this was
Sonny's
to
on some
come here to
serious
support
drugs right
pigs.
here.
You better get out
What
of
kind of
the
drugs
basement
am I on?
before I
Bro, listen, I don't know, but you're on something, my guy. All the pigs matter to this guy.
All pigs matter.
Is this where's this going?
What?
Where's this going? YouTube?
I can't hear you.
Where's that going?
Where's what going?
The video.
What video?
That video.
Which video? Me and this guy over here support the police.
Yeah, I support the police.
We support the pigs.
No, you support pigs. I support
We both
police.
support pigs.
They're not pigs. They're human beings.
I'm not calling them pigs. You are.
Dude, you know what? You're trying to play mind games with the wrong person. Just get that sign away from me, please.
I'm not playing Jedi mind tricks. All pigs matter.
You probably only matter to your mother. Go home.
I want to matter to you.
You don't matter to me.
Not when you're at a police support rally and you're out here saying all pigs matter. That's disgusting.
I bet if you and me go home, I'll matter to you. Excuse me. Give me my sign back. Give me my sign back. No. Give me my sign back.
The police. Then you gotta get out.
Tell him to give me my sign back.
He's being rude. I know. Just give me my sign back. I asked him a few times to get out of the face.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here with that.
I'm just standing right here holding up my sign. That's all. I don't know why these guys hate me.
Yeah, I dealt with you a couple weeks ago. What flavored Windex do you like the best? Because you better get that frickin' flag out of here, your fucking little sign, and go lick a window somewhere else, okay?
I like boot flavored.
You do good. I got plenty of frickin' blue flavored frickin' Windex for you to lick the windows with.
I deep throat the boot hard.
Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do.
I'm just here to support the police.
You are not here.
I am.
If you had a sign that said you were here to support the police, I would be right with you.
Officers arrest him. He called you a pig.
You know as well as I know.
He called you a pig. That's not nice.
You are something.
Say you're sorry.
You are something else, guy. Oh, I'm a meanie.
Support the pigs.
Somebody do your grocery shopping and your laundry for you. I'm sure of it. You're not doing it on your own, buddy.
I want you to do a whole lot more to me than that.
I'll give you a story.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay?
Yeah.
You know, you were in Thomaston, okay?
What are
and
you talking about?
You were in Thomaston once.
When?
A couple weeks ago. You were there in a pig outfit. Yeah, you were.
When?
You were.
Where?
Oh, you don't remember?
No.
You know what?
No.
And you filming me? You know what? Because that sign is not appropriate.
I'm just here to support the police.
Stupid fuck. You want a pig
Excuse
farm?
me?
What are you on a pig farm?
You want to go on
I
it?
got a camera. Get the fuck away from me.
How about this one?
Get the fuck away
This
from
is
me.
a better one.
Get the
This is
fuck
a better
away.
Stop
sign
taking
for
my
you.
sign.
Yeah, your sign sucks.
We support pigs.
Are you on a pig farm?
All pigs matter.
What kind of a pig? You got a pig farm?
You know there's four-legged animals? They're pink.
Get the fuck out of here.
What?
Something's wrong with
I'm
you,
just
man.
here to support pigs. What's wrong?
What's wrong?
Do you see the beauty of this guy is I guarantee he's been bullied his whole life, and that's why his skin is so thick. He just cannot be deterred. He cannot be taken off his game. And again, the parallel I have to that is ever since, 2001 and the towers came down, I've been called every name in the book by all the same stereotypical people. And that's a lot of you guys say, how do you keep doing it? Again, because I just already know what the public is. I mean, it's just, you get used to it. So, that's part of this guy's ultimate weapon here, how he just pulls off these flawless victories, at least the way I see it. Let's continue.
You want a pig farm or something? What you got? One pig?
I'd like to get you on a pig farm.
Yeah. You'd be one last one.
Me and him are going to go to the pig farm after. We're going to get our freaky freak on.
Yeah, you probably like that.
Boom. Roasted.
I'm going to hold it right above you so it looks like you're holding it.
You better stay the fuck away from me.
You see, I'm fucking harassing ladies.
We see people coming in with heart attacks.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything.
fucking harassing ladies.
I'm not doing anything.
You're a punk. Who come in with
Thank you.
because they just got into a car accident because
Yeah,
the
he
police
is.
showed up.
Come in here for the real
Called the
thing.
ambulance service.
Come in here for the real thing.
There's a chain of
Hug me. Hug me.
They're the ones that first on scene. They call the EMS. They get them. They need help too. What's gonna happen? They go away.
I love you.
Nothing. You're gonna die on the side of the street. Let's think about this rationally, people.
All pigs matter.
In the emergency department that I work in,
Now it looks
we
like
had
she's
someone
holding
nearly
it.
die 4 years ago.
All pigs matter.
Just when I was
Get the
starting
hell away
working in the
from us.
emergency department.
I'll show you what matters.
She was triaging.
Show me what matters.
Oh, I could.
Okay. Show me.
Doing her
You're an
job,
asshole.
and she had a psych cross.
I'm with this guy.
We are looking at the potential of two different futures.
What?
And this country has been straying off the path for the better part of the past 100 years by allowing people end game of socialism.
What?
Communism.
Yeah, I do.
Can anybody tell me the
I work
nation
for
that's
George
responsible for this COVID-19 pandemic?
You get paid every week?
No, it's like a per rally deal.
Oh my goodness, and what happens in China?
I get paid $50 per rally.
What is it that their government does to their own people?
I do work. I get paid.
Yeah, they kill them. Guess what happened in China during the beginning of the COVID-19
Oh no,
pandemic?
that's just from one person. That's just from George Soros. I get paid by Hillary Clinton, CNN, CBS,
The
MSNBC.
steel doors. You shouldn't be wearing a mask.
Can we hang out after this?
Oh yeah, I'd love to hang out with you.
Or diabetes.
I plan on it.
Taxation on
We'll go back to your place. We'll go back to your place.
I plan on seeing you.
We'll go into your bedroom.
I'm gonna see you.
What's the better choice?
We'll
Liberty
do some gay
or
stuff
communal
after this.
responsibility?
What do you have planned for us?
Responsibility or the benefit of the entire
Do you like the
society
top or the
over the
bottom?
benefit
Put
of
the
the
camera
individual
down,
and the
buddy.
safety of the individual?
Huh?
Not a
Do you like the
society
top or
outcome.
the bottom?
How about you? What do you guys? What do you
I'm
think?
just asking.
Punk
Where do you
ass
want to live?
bitch.
Do you like the top or the bottom?
It's a product that's innovative. It's a product for a grower that's looking.
There won't be so many cops around.
Do you guys own your own home?
You'll be
That
begging
doesn't happen in a communist society.
I'll be down on my knees.
begging for it.
The government owns everything.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I hope that that's where you stand. I hope that that's where you park yourself.
I want to drag my
because
ass to
That is
you.
the foundation of this country. That is what's
I'm
going to
not
make
the
this
one. I'll
country
take the
survive all of this
think I will.
craziness.
You will?
We need to start standing up against our executives, telling them that they're violating the Constitution.
It sounds like you're going to rape me. It's real rapey vibes I'm getting here.
Definitely not.
I don't want to be around you.
Under Allah, divisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You know what?
What?
You just insulted my God. Now get.
Allah means God.
Not your God, not mine.
No, Allah just means God.
Something that
All
most people
pigs
are not
matter.
aware of.
What?
When you write to a congressman,
What?
a
Me up the
senator,
camera
a
and I said, fuck
representative,
you. You're a
Okay.
low-life piece of shit.
the president,
Thank you guys. Thanks for coming. Allah bless you. All pigs matter, remember that.
Can I give you something to take home and read?
Sure, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it home and throw it in my garbage. It goes in one ear and out the other.
I won't waste the paper on you.
Okay.
You gotta get a life, dude.
Get a life.
Yeah, get a life. Who do you think keeps the peace out there?
Who said I'm anti-police?
You got a sign there about, what are you, a pig farmer?
Gone.
What are you, a pig farmer? Pork? You got like
Excuse me?
pork, you know, bacon. What's
Give me
that?
my sign back. Officers.
Here's your sign. Go get it.
But everything's actually public. You know, if you film people without their permission, you can get arrested.
Can I?
Yeah. You can be prosecuted in a court of law because it's a
Wow.
violation of the law to record people without their permission.
So I better just give my camera to her to throw in the trash. So a tough guy said he was going to beat me up after this when there were no cops, but I don't see him anywhere around.
There won't be so many cops around.
do you guys own your own home?
What a tough guy. Arrest this asshole. Nobody likes you. Get out of here. Can you believe him?
I didn't write it. I didn't write it.
You're still showing it.
What a jerk. Let's go get the police. You do know I already got your face on camera, right?
I don't
It
care.
doesn't even matter.
Do you think I care?
No.
I don't.
No. Because you don't care about free speech.
Patriot.
You don't care about free speech.
I don't care about people that are being disrespectful at an event they have no business being at.
You destroy property when you disagree with someone else's opinion. Let's pat ourselves on the back. Good job. When are you going to give me a ride home?
Dude, if you don't get away from me with that camera, I'm telling you right now, I'm not giving you permission to film me. Take a walk.
What happens if I do this?
It's going to look funny going up your ass.
Complaint with that police officer right over there.
Hey,
Okay,
officer,
file a
do me a
complaint.
favor. Get this. Where's an officer? Can you guys get him out of here?
Get him out of
I
here.
already told him to get out of my face.
I already told him to just ignore him. Just ignore him.
I gotta get going before I get arrested.
Sir, would you like me to walk you to your car just to make sure you're safe?
Is anybody gonna sign a petition?
I'll sign a petition.
Thank you. The next thing is gonna be a little kid running across a wedding party, loses the hands of a mother, and is gonna get hit by a car.
That should say Allah bless the blue.
Get the fuck out of my face.
What? I'm not even in
Get
your
out
face.
of here.
What?
Leave me alone.
That guy's a troublemaker. I think he's just trying to rile us up. He's one of those BLM people.
Yeah, but you know what? Black lives do matter. He's not an Antifa.
You're one of those BLM people setting fires to buildings,
I just
aren't you?
met him for the first time today. I saw him on a video. He doesn't loot, he doesn't riot, he doesn't light buildings on fire.
How do you know?
Because I'm an empath, all right? I sit here and I can feel a person's energy. There's no darkness around me right now. There may be
Look
a
how
little
dark he is.
We're talking in the manner of speaking. We're not talking. You know him.
I'm just fucking kidding.
Oh, you.
I'm just escorting you back to your car for your safety. What?
Like hell you are. No, please don't.
What did I do?
All right.
I'm just making sure you...
All right. That's enough of the professional douche for the day. But I do appreciate what he's doing. Isn't it crazy? Can you imagine getting so offended because somebody said Allah? These are supposedly the good religious people. How offensive to say Allah. And again, it is just one nation under mind control. Of course, there wasn't so much hatred for that word until everyone fell for the psyop that was September 11th. 310, before you talk, just go ahead. I'm gonna have to switch over the audio setting actually, because I realized I didn't do it correctly. What's up, 310?
Okay. What up, Jack? First of all, I appreciate your work, man. I wanted you to check out this video. It's a little under 15 minutes. It's on YouTube. It's titled "There Will Never Be a Revolution in America." The channel that uploaded it is it's called Middle Nation. If you check it out, I would love to get your reaction on that on this live.
Or maybe that didn't. Hold on, I might have fixed the audio there. Can you talk again to see if I hear it? Hello?
Okay. Yeah. The title of the yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I was just going to ask you if you could react to this video on YouTube. It's titled "There Will Never Be a Revolution in America." The channel name is Middle Nation. If you check it out, I would love to get your reaction on that. I appreciate your work.
All right, I'm checking it out.
Okay. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks. I think I've seen this guy. So this guy talks a good game, but then the things he links at the top make me super suspicious of him. Like he's all about the United Nations. It's like, how can you be all about the United Nations? You don't know that that's just another phony construct. So yeah, I've seen this guy before. I agree with his rhetoric, but just the promotion of the United Nations is like, okay, you know all this, but you don't know the United Nations is not to mention it was created by the United States of America. Here, we can check this guy out, though. He is well-spoken.
Taking the Aspire stage like never before.
That's a story worth telling. So on. Because look, what are we actually talking about with resistance?
I mean, I'm not sure the same video I've seen.
There's never going to be a revolution in the United States. There's never going to be a civil war. That's a fantasy that a lot of people have. It's never going to happen. How do I know? Just turn on the radio. Just turn on the television. Go watch the movies. Turn on Netflix. See, there's a chemistry to resistance, to revolution, and so on. Because look, what are we actually talking about with resistance? What is resistance? It's a reaction. A revolution is a reaction, and there's a chemistry to that. A chemistry that determines what the reaction will be, whether the reaction will be combustion or reduction. You know, if it's going to be flammable or not, if it's going to be explosive or not, whether the reaction generates heat or cold or what have you. You know, in America, you may have some elements that would normally be
This isn't the same video of his I've seen. RPM Trey Vietnam, if you guys don't know him, give him a sub too. He's a friend of the community. He linked a video of his the other day, and the video was good. It was really well put, but then at the top, he has this pinned comment for this United Nations petition. And I was just like, are you serious? The United Nations? I mean, okay. Anyway, the video is still good, though.
Explosive when they're mixed. But other elements are in that mixture that cause the opposite reaction. So you have those elements in America for revolution. You have the elements for civil war. But you have too many other elements that are there to ensure that the mixture remains stable. I mean, you have conditions in America that if those same conditions existed elsewhere, that society would erupt. But you're not going to have any eruption in America, except a controlled explosion, like when the police find a bomb, discover a bomb, and detonate it themselves. That's the only kind of explosion that you're ever going to have in the United States at this point. And like I said, all you have to do is turn on the radio to know this. All you have to do is look at their popular media to know this. Because a people capable of revolution has to be a people capable first of imagination. They have to be creative people. In order to have a revolution, you have to have independent thought. You have to have independent thinkers. People who can't think for themselves are never going to revolt. You can't have mental homogeneity across the society where that homogeneity is overseen and imposed by the power structure, and ever expect for that society to rise up against the power structure. And nothing illustrates the absence of imagination, the absence of creativity, the absence of independent thought than your popular media. A society without real art is a society incapable of revolution. And your art is vapid, and it enforces vapidness. That's the relationship between art and society. It reflects and it affects. It expresses how you feel, and it tells you how to feel. And you have become, in America, a people with no artistic language, no vocabulary. You're deprived of even what art is supposed to be for you. More and more of your words are being removed from your artistic lexicon with every passing day. Every day, your music gets more formulaic. Your films get more repetitive. Your literature gets more simplistic, to the point that an AI computer program can produce your songs, produce your scripts, and your books. Your creative lexicon is shrinking until you're like a toddler who has no words to identify or to articulate or to understand or to express what he's feeling, what he wants, what he's afraid of, what he's happy about, what he's sad about, so on and so on. You're deprived of the language of human complexity. Because look, take music. Now, as Muslims, we have our own views about music. But the fact is, it's a major factor in the culture of the West. Well, 2 or 3 people write the majority of the top 40 songs in America. The same chord progressions, the same auto-tuned vocals, the same repetitive hooks get recycled over and over and over again. Pop music today is not meant to express anything authentic, anything real. It's meant to be an earworm, designed to be addictive, to be used in TikTok videos, to go viral. It's a product, not an art form. It's assembly line manufacturing for maximum profitization, churning out the same formulas musically that sold well in the past, manipulating predictable and shallow emotional responses through a calculated process. That's not art, that's business. And it's draining your society, it's disconnecting your society, it's dehumanizing your society, and it's programming your society. They're emptying the pockets of your imagination, the pockets of your creativity, of your authenticity, and they're leaving you with nothing but a few counterfeit coins, which you can use, to buy slogans out of the company vending machine. And you'll have to suffice with that as your only form of expression, like buying a bag of empty calories, chips or something during your lunch break, and that's supposed to be your nutrition. Listening to this sort of ear candy is just like subsisting on a bag of chips from the snack machine. Your soul is malnourished. Your mind is malnourished. And look at your films. Every film today is a pastiche, a remake, a reboot, a reimagining of something that was made already decades ago in the past. No originality, no ideas, no exploration of the human condition. Movie studios are an assembly line, manufacturing spectacle without substance. And even the elements of the spectacle have been made before. They shouldn't even call them production studios. They should be called reproduction studios. And again, this reflects and it affects the society. Art is being weaponized. It's being instrumentalized, utilized to hypnotize, sterilize, and neutralize the population. They're controlling your emotions. They're controlling your thoughts, your understanding, your perception, how you interact with the world. They don't want a single thought to be in your head that they didn't put there. You understand? They want your brain.
I'm tempted to stop this video and play the other one I heard, because the other one's a lot better. He hasn't said anything that I feel like everybody doesn't already know in this one. The other video of his I saw is really well put. But yeah, I mean, it's just total mind control, and the entertainment's really the thing that will prevent the revolution. People are just too pacified. They're too ready to watch the next ball game, the next sitcom release, the next movie, play the next video game. But yeah, all the stuff they do feed us is definitely meant to numb the mind and essentially turn people into the cookie cutters that you see in society, where they all think the same and want to look alike. It's like all the bleach blonde women with the same haircut. It's like, why not just look the way you were actually supposed to look? Hold on. Yeah, maybe it gets better, but I'm just, if we're gonna watch this, I'm just gonna play. I know Trey linked this video the other day. That's how I saw it. It's RPM Trey Vietnam, and Let me see. Our PM Trey's been working on some things behind the scenes. Here, right here. He linked this video 5 days ago.
People who pick post-university for an MS in Business Intelligence and Analytics expect classes on their schedule, on their budget, taught by real-world professionals who know what it takes to move ahead in their field. Are you a post person?
Wix gives you the freedom to tell your story.
And just, I didn't hear the whole video, but again, that's not really the reason there's not going to be a revolution either. The reason there's not going to be a revolution is because people are still too comfortable. They're just too comfortable. As long as people are comfortable, they're not going to revolt. Again, as long as the light's on, the water's flowing, and there's some food in their belly, nobody's revolting. And then the problem is in the U.S., when those conditions aren't met, it's going to be too late. So that's the reason people aren't revolting. The reason they're getting dumber has to do with the information and the entertainment, but in this video, he nails it. Here we go.
When you talk about the global south, you say our countries and our people as if you're from there. But you are a white American, after all. How do you reconcile that?
Well, I say our people, and I say our countries with regards to the Muslims and the Muslim lands, because I'm a Muslim. The history of the Muslims is my history. The Muslims are my family. That's my nation. The Ummah is my nation. Being American isn't a citizenship, it's a condition. And once you realize that you have that condition, you can spend the rest of your life trying to recover from it. It's like PTSD. You have American dissonance syndrome. And if you reach adulthood and you're still patriotic, you have the most profound case of Stockholm syndrome imaginable, because that society has deeply, deeply wronged you. I mean, when you say that someone is an American, basically you're saying that they were an abused child, psychologically abused, emotionally abused, mentally abused, educationally abused, and abused in every other kind of way. You've been lied to. You've been programmed with dysfunction. Your intellect has been systematically degraded. Your intellect.
A lot of people get offended by that and say, what? But again, if you ever work with abused children, they don't know that they're abused children because that's all they know. They just think that's normal, being abused. Yeah, in America, you're lied to. You're given a toxic diet. And what could be worse, really? Again, just look at the, it's just like children who get abused. They often turn out to be overweight and have all kinds of mental problems. The majority of this country is obese and on some kind of pill for their mental condition. Signs of the abuse. All right, let's continue.
Intellectual and your moral depth has been deliberately depleted to make you shallow. Cognitive dissonance has been inflicted on you your whole life. When you say American, you may just as well say damaged or victimized. You come from a country that has a fabricated national identity around a set of values and principles it never, ever applied anywhere. And in fact...
Exactly. I always say that. I mean, all these ideas in the Constitution, where are they even a reality? They're not. But what freedom? Did you have a choice to go to 13 years of slave school? No, you didn't.
More often than not, only ever applied the opposite. You live in a country that is demonstrably and obviously an authoritarian oligarchy, but which you have been taught since childhood is a democracy. No one living in America today has lived under any administration that wasn't guilty of war crimes and crimes against humanity, committed both abroad and on domestic soil. And you've been brainwashed.
And again, that's also 1,000,000% correct. This nation's always at war. It's always bombing brown people and saying we do it because we're better than them. Based on what? And then people trail along. Yeah, we're the greatest. We can do it. We're the greatest. It's 100% correct. And because people have been in this condition their whole time, they don't see it. Well, again, unless they have the ability to think critically and independently, which few people do have.
...to thinking that your country stands for freedom and justice. Quite sick. Your education system is based on the Prussian system of indoctrination to turn every student into an obedient conformist slave to power. But you pretend that your society cherishes...
And that's talked about in the book, the purposeful dumbing down of America. How they, back in the earlier 1900s, they did adopt what the Russians were doing to their students. And again, that's why I say there's not a whole lot of difference between us and what we refer to as communism.
It's individuality. They've done nothing but damage you. Your schools have damaged you. Your media has damaged you. Your entertainment, your fake history, your myths, your government have done nothing but damage you all your life. That's what it means to be an American. And part of that damage, one aspect of that relentless damage, is in the question itself. You're a white American, you said. That matters to you. And you force it to matter to everyone in that country, even though it's an actually completely irrelevant characteristic. But because of the way that you have developed as a so-called society, you made it relevant, and you made it an issue, and you insist on keeping it an issue, so you can never escape. I don't even get to make it irrelevant to me because of the racial history in America. The whole context of race in the United States is a self-perpetuating death spiral that never dies. You assign value to all of these characteristics that are actually the least valuable characteristics that a human being can have. I mean, why race? Why skin color and not eye color or hair color? Why not height? It's incredibly arbitrary and stupid. But you did what you did. You drew the lines where you drew the lines, and you sentenced whole segments of humanity to imprisonment with...
That's probably where he actually misses. If you look, height is very important in American culture, actually. Your height determines more than anything how far you will rise in the workplace and a lot of other things culturally if you actually break down the data. So you actually missed there with the height. Height is super important. But yeah, we do put way too much weight on race, and that's we know they use that as a tool to divide us. Anyway.
Within these shallow, superficial, meaningless definitions, which then created a long, disgraceful history of actual experience that millions upon millions of people have suffered for no reason. So everyone who grew up in America eventually has to pursue self-rehabilitation, deprogramming, repair, debugging, detoxification, just to try to undo all the damage that being American has done to them, just so they can try to be normal. To be American is to suffer from a multitude of chronic diseases. It's a condition, not a nationality. It's a condition that every serious and sincere person has to try to cure themselves of over the course of their adulthood. But for most of them, it's a terminal condition. They'll never get over it. They'll die that way. And the sickest part of it is that this condition, you're actually pressured to preserve it, to uphold it, to cherish it, rather than to abolish it. Just like your question, as if I'm doing something wrong by not basing my identity and my worldview and my understanding on the dysfunctional, reductionist definition of white American. I mean, look, for most of the people who are categorized as Americans and who claim American history as their history, who feel some sort of, connection to the so-called founding fathers, Paul Revere and what have you, most of them only have even been over there for 2 or 3 generations. A smaller number than that's been over there for 4 generations, and very few, except for the descendants of slaves, have been over there since the beginning. The overwhelming majority of so-called Americans throughout most of American history, their families were somewhere else. It's the same with mine. The Irish side of my family came over during the potato famine, and the German side came over more recently than that. Yet for some reason, we're all supposed to believe that we are all somehow connected to the history and the cultural heritage of that country, connected to people that we're not connected to in any way whatsoever, as if they are our ancestors. They even call them our forefathers. What do I have to do with George Washington? America isn't a tribe. America is nothing but a blood-soaked piece of land that a ragtag horde of Europeans fled to escape Europe. And then it became a land that people fled to escape American foreign policy that pillaged their own countries.
And that's exactly correct, too. And look at what they did after 9/11. They brought in all these Muslim refugees from the places that we went to war with and created this weird dynamic where they taught everybody to fear Islam, but then brought in a lot of Islamic people. It's all part of keeping us divided and falling for an operation that they've created for us to fall for, and people don't see through it, including installing a president named Barack Hussein Obama. It's complete mockery. That's why it's so annoying how low level their mockery is. It's like you'd think the average first grader would be able to see through it, and they probably could if they had smarter parents who told them the right things at home. But somehow the adults, they just can't comprehend it. And like you said, it's because, if you're an American citizen, you're damaged goods. You have been ruined as a human being. I'd say that's 1,000% true for almost everybody here.
So the people that have undeniably been so-called American longer than 99% of so-called Americans, the descendants of African slaves, are still treated like outsiders in a country that they've been in longer than most people. They've been there at least as long as the most pedigreed aristocratic so-called Mayflower families. I mean, just on seniority alone, they're supposed to be among the highest status citizens of that country. Their ancestors sacrificed more by force and for more generations than anyone living in America today. But until now, they have to fight just to be given equal rights and equal opportunities on par with people who just got off the boat 3 generations ago, 2 generations ago, 1 generation ago, or yesterday. Now, let's not even talk about the indigenous people, because of course let's not talk about them. They're never to be spoken of. But somehow we're all Americans. This abstract, fabricated identity that everyone is just supposed to believe in and unthinkingly adopt. Because if you didn't, you might actually notice how abstract and how fabricated it is. When it comes to some sort of national identity, country-based, geographically based identity, politically based identity, everyone accepts the idea that you can become integrated into a history that isn't yours. That, for instance, your family can immigrate to the U.S. in the 20th century or the 19th century or the 21st century and get citizenship, and then suddenly you have Abraham Lincoln in your family tree. Everyone accepts that as rational. But when it comes to Islam, for some reason you can't accept it. You can't accept that becoming Muslim connects you to the continuum of Muslim lives, stretching back all the way through the followers of all the prophets.
All right, hold on. We're going to take a call real quick. We got 564.
For the Police and Sheriff's United PAC, switching to recorded.
What? Hello?
And Sheriff's United PAC is having its public awareness.
Okay. All right. Let's continue.
You can't accept that becoming a Muslim makes you a member of a nation based on belief, even though belief in so-called American values and the American Constitution is supposedly what makes you, or what makes an immigrant an American. You know, an Italian American, a Greek American, a Haitian American, everyone. Everyone recognizes and everyone accepts that those people, immigrants, feel a connection to and still derive their identity from their home country. But being a Muslim American isn't supposed to be like that. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Roosevelt, Kennedy, all of these men who never believed in or practiced the values that you're supposed to revere them for are supposed to mean more to you than Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, more than the Sahaba, more than all of the Muslims throughout history all over the world who believed in and practiced and lived by the values that you as a Muslim also believe in, practice, and live by. No, sorry. I do not identify with the hypocrites of so-called American history who only ever use their preaching of values and principles as a way to mislead and misdirect the population.
He is right that, you know, the founders, they weren't really practicing, you know, all men are created equal and all this. Again, they were holding slaves and only certain people had rights. I get what he's saying, but he's also falling for religion here. It's just, I get so annoyed that people can't see that religion is the root of all the problems in this world. Like I just said yesterday, where are any of the wars really starting if there's not religion? Religion's like the kindling for every major fire that is a war, if you follow the analogy. Yeah, it's just religion is a huge part of the problem. And this guy, he does see what's wrong with America, but then... And I will say this to defend Islamic people. Again, I used to teach in the most diverse school district in the United States of America at the time, and there were a lot of Muslims there, and they were almost all refugees. That was in South Seattle earlier in the 2000s. And Muslim families, really nice people, very family-oriented, very concerned about their students' well-being, even lacking English, still trying to communicate and understand and have a relationship with the teacher. You don't see that in many American families. And, you know, Americans that can actually speak English and communicate on the level with the teacher. So I haven't had any bad experiences with a Muslim in my life. And I don't know that any actual Americans have either, other than what they've learned through the TV. And if they're under that mind control and believe in all that BS. Well, what about what it says here in the Quran? It's like, well, have you gone through the Bible like that? And said, well, what about it says here in the Bible about this and that? Do you find it problematic that Jesus told everybody they need to hate their family? Because take a look around in this Christian nation, you do have a lot of division and hatred, even within families and amongst almost everybody else. All right, let's continue.
And to distract them from the misery caused by the actual values that they practiced. The values of greed and selfishness and white supremacy and classism and materialism, exploitation, theft, murder, and plunder. I was raised in the country where those values were practiced, but not preached, and where the values that were preached were not practiced. Just having been born there, and just having been raised there does not oblige me to pretend otherwise. No, the history of Islam, the history of the Muslims, that's my history. And that includes Muslims from all parts of the world, Muslims of every race and color, ethnicity, and language. Those are my predecessors. Those are my ancestors. The Ummah is my nation and my national identity. And their history is my history.
And by the way, just like that last guy we were watching who goes and, so, you know, jokingly says, bring Sharia law. And we were just watching Professional Douche. A lot of these people on the right, they're making what's at the very top and most important to them is minimal crime. You know, they like the police state. In Islam, in these Islamic nations, there's hardly any crime. There's no homelessness. In a way, you'd think these people might actually want the Sharia law, you know? In Sharia law land, they got the things that they seem to value above all. So it's also one of the ironies to think about. And look, a lot of them were very much about their religion, right? And so hateful of the other religion. When he said, oh, your sign should say Allah instead of God, they got all annoyed and angry about that. And then they're like, oh, over in their religion, over in their land, they hate our religion. It's like, well, look at you. You hate their religion, but yet you want the same things that they actually have. Anyway, We'll continue.
Being American is nothing but a legal status and an incidental fact of where my parents were when my mother gave birth to me. The rest of it is just damage and programming that I've had to overcome over the course of my life and superficial.
And by the way, if anybody's out there, I'm not reading my comments, but anybody's like, have you seen Iraq? It's crazy there now. Yeah, that's true. Do you know when it wasn't crazy? Until we went there and destroyed the nation. So yeah, I don't know if anybody's saying that in the comments, but I could see somebody coming through and be like, oh, well, things are out of hand. And yeah, that's because we went in there and destroyed the nation. So if anybody's going to bring that argument, you know that's a false argument and you're being totally dishonest. Let's continue.
Characteristics like my language and, you know, certain cultural practices like the food and the manner of clothes that I'm used to, what I'm familiar with. But it's like what I talked about before. Being a Westerner, being an American refers more to a mentality than a nationality. And separating that mentality from that nationality is the most crucial thing that any American can ever do for their own mental, spiritual, psychological, and emotional well-being. And I think that any American who does that, who genuinely does that, sincerely does that, well, I think that they will inevitably find that they feel that they have more in common with the people of the Global South than with mainstream America, whether they're Muslim or non-Muslim. I personally believe that nothing can actually help you do that, deprogram yourself better than Islam. But even for those who don't embrace Islam, who just try to come to terms with the fallacy of Americanness and Americanism, well, I think that they'll realize how duped and how propagandized and how abused they've been their whole lives, and how the system over there is parasitically sucking every drop of blood, sweat, and tears out of their beings, and how all of their sacrifices and all of their hard work are being paid back in IOUs and counterfeit bills. I think they'll realize how they're being conned from the cradle to the grave, all for the enrichment and all for the benefit of people who don't and never did believe in the myths that they tell you about America, that they want you to believe. And I think that they'll start to identify with the oppressed and with the victimized all around the world. You know, just like how the super rich are a nation unto themselves. America's victims globally should be a nation unto themselves too. America's victims, foreign and domestic. And they should feel and they should build solidarity with one another because we all have more in common with each other than we have with that predator nation that's been preying on all of us.
Well, I don't want Islam to be the thing that fixes the average American mindset, because I do see religion as another major problem, and Islam's not perfect either. But from my own experience, that the average Islamic person is a higher caliber human being than the average American, because this nation does breed trash. I got to go pick up Sweet Girl here. Again, and I mean, you just think about it, you guys. Who is the president of this country right now? A guy who's on video yelling at a 10-year-old girl that he's going to be dating her in 10 years? A guy who's made all these sexual comments about his own daughter? I know a lot of the legal stuff is contrived, but as we also know, people at the top get away with murder. It wouldn't surprise me one bit if Trump is a weird type of predator type. People say, well, what about Biden? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if any of these people up at the top are these weird predator types. They get the worst to rule over us. But yeah, no, what we do know about Trump himself is he is on video hollering at a 10-year-old girl that he's going to be dating her in 10 years. And again, just imagine in your own neighborhood, you had to vote some neighborhood council, and you knew that one of the men who wanted to be in charge was flirting with 10-year-old girls in the neighborhood. Would you ever elect that guy to be the head of the neighborhood council? Unless you're a creeper yourself, you know the answer to that's no. Think about that. That's the president of the United States. And it does speak to the time and place we are and what kind of populace this country's cultivated, where so many of them are happy about it. And also just dumb enough that they can't see through anything, and they don't recognize that he's very much responsible, even though he is a puppet. But if you believe in the narrative, you should still see that he's very much responsible for the hyperinflation we've seen in this nation, because he's the one that signed off on the mass printing of bills, which automatically devalued the dollar even further, and thus why prices have climbed astronomically. And again, he's not accountable for it all, and his base is dumb enough to go, oh, it was Biden's fault. It's like, well, Biden carried on the printing of bills too and made it worse, no doubt about that, but it was Trump who signed off on the crazy amount of printing of bills. And then again, if you were more intelligent, you would be like, well, that's because of Cooties 19. No, bullshit. If yours truly could be out on the streets of America as that news was breaking, explaining what was really going down and being right about it and being proven right as time went on, then the leader of the land should have been doing the exact same thing. Because I can make a fair argument right now. Why am I not the leader of the land? Why didn't the American people rise up and say, hey, what about the guy who was out in front of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and gave out his own money and stuff to get people out there to raise awareness about Event 201 and all that? See, that's what real leadership looks like. That's what a real leader does. Sacrifices, makes a big commitment, stands out in the freezing cold all weekend, gives away his own stuff to get people out there, and brings truth to the American people, which, of course, in this giant machine that we live in is drowned out and hardly anybody hears about. But yeah, you could never tell me that Trump's some kind of real leader and is deserving of being the leader of the country. I mean, bullshit. No, he's a creep, he's a loser, and he's very much responsible for the things that have happened in recent time that have us where we now are. All the things. Very expensive. The problems that have happened to people that have a lot of people in the grave are now with a heart problem from being the father of the pokey doke. The stories about how this generation of children that came up with the slave muzzles on their face and couldn't go outside, how they're showing all these problems now that they're 5 years old and in school. Read the story about how all across the nation they've had to cancel all these programs that children usually did, like physical education and band, because they just can't handle the stimulus, these children. It's like never been more autistic. No, all of this is by design, too. And yeah, the orange goons back in there. And the chump supporters still can't see it. I didn't follow this Karen Reed story. I see that's one of the top things. She's acquitted, but found guilty of drunk driving. Don't forget, alcohol. Prohibition ended in 33, like alcohol equals 33. I can't remember if I ever did a post on Karen Reed. It doesn't look like I did a post on Karen Reed. I might have done something on my Twitter account once upon a time. I did do a lot of exclusive posts on my Twitter, but it got deleted at the beginning of the year by the chump Musk duo. Yeah, I can look into this. I know a lot of people are very much interested in the Karen Reed thing. She's got an August 31st birthday. Let's see. 65 years old. It's 74 days before her birthday. There's a magic number. Yeah, I'll have to look more into this. 75, very special number. Number that has a lot to do with killing, too, and that's what she's been acquitted of. But yeah, I don't have anything for that right now. So anyway, thanks to everyone who hit the like and the share. I got to go get Sweet Girl. Shout out to Angela Chase, who just chipped in a big 5, and Smeed20, who chipped in 2. Again, the super chatters were Gematria Sense, Sinister as a member, Leper Messiah, Spam Wave, John Mendoza, Angela Cuevas, and Smeed20. Appreciate the generosity. For everybody else, again, thank you for hitting the like and the share. When the stream's over, if you can just leave a one-word comment, it supposedly helps the algorithm. I feel like it is working a little bit. The views haven't been great at all, but I've just seen a lot more videos getting closer to 5K views. And I do think that has to do with people leaving comments. By the way, though, something you shouldn't do that a lot of you guys are doing is just spamming 50 comments with one word. That doesn't help the algorithm. YouTube knows to track that. So just leave one comment. You don't need to leave 50 one-word comments. I appreciate your guys' effort. I see that you're trying to help, but I know that that's not the way it works. It's like a bunch of different people need to leave a comment. So, again, if you do have time to just drop a word, hit the like. It's all supposed to help. All right, guys. Hopefully there's not going to be a major escalation in the war tomorrow on the 170th day of the year when World War III equals 170. But you see what the writing's on the wall. And you know what? It's probably, let's see, what time is it in Israel and in Tehran right now? Time in Tehran. It's probably already tomorrow there. I'm pretty sure it is. Look at that. Oh, it's midnight. So it's becoming the 170th day of the year right now in Iran. It's 1:30 out here on the West Coast. And I believe it's 30 minutes ahead of Jerusalem. So it must not quite be the next day in Jerusalem. 30 minutes till the 170th day of the year in Israel. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And keep in mind the word sacrifice is 170 as well. You know, the world war would be a massive sacrifice of a lot of people. Shout out to Run Your Pockets. He said, would you be opposed to having Noam Chomsky or Thomas Sowell on the podcast? We're not going to get Noam Chomsky on here. I'm pretty sure he's controlled opposition too. But I do like, I did read a lot. I have a lot of books by Chomsky on my bookshelf. I read a lot of Chomsky when I was younger. Keeping the rabble in line. That's exactly what they do to us every day with the nonstop propaganda. Thomas Sowell. I know that name, but I can't place who that is. I know I've definitely heard that name numerous times. American economist, economic historian, and social and political commentator. He's a senior fellow at the Hoover Institution. He's up there too. 94 years old. How old's Chomsky now, by the way? He's got to be up there too. 96. Holy smokes. Noam Chomsky needs to do a book on nutrition. And my favorite, he's also getting up there. I got some autograph books by Ralph Nader because I'd always go see him speak in person when he was in town. Ralph Nader once yelled at me in person. He didn't like my question. I forgave him, though. I didn't like one of his last books that he did that only the super rich could save us. I did find that to be quite a disappointment. I thought, I don't know about that. Or maybe I need to take his advice. He says if you have good ideas, you need to reach out to billionaires. They might help you out. I haven't tried that today. Maybe we need some billionaires to get the word out there. But yeah, Ralph Nader, again, what I liked about Ralph Nader is he said, listen, your government is foxes guarding the henhouse. I'm somebody who helped bring about a lot of these government programs that I thought were going to do good, and all they did was ended up with foxes in the positions that were created out of my ideas that made things even worse. And that's what I appreciate about a guy like Ralph Nader. And for everybody, like every liberal should go and listen to Ralph Nader because so many liberals still believe in government and the government is going to be the solution. Just listen to Ralph Nader. He's the guy who did it and then told you about his mistakes and ultimately is communicating the idea that, power corrupts, and that's what government is. You might have a great idea, but then it's going to get corrupted. So, all right, appreciate your guys' support, though. We raised $25 during the stream. We'll leave it there for now. Have a great rest of your day, and maybe give the professional douche a sub. I think he deserves it. All right. Until next time, True Sicker.